Hey guys, welcome to Parkour DXB's home learning videos. Today we're going to be working on the palm spin.
Bow, 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 bow. So in this lesson, you're going to need an open space, a sofa, and a tiled floor. If you don't have a tiled floor though, you can get some tape.
Let's head on over to Coach Barbari for the warm-up.
Alright, so before we start doing these palm spins, we need to do some joint rotations first. Okay, so we're going to start with our neck. Let's do some big circles around. Other way. Up and down, and look right and left, and move your head side to side. Okay, and then you're going to look down, and then after you look down, you're going to look left to your shoulder. You're going to do that until you feel a small stretch into your neck on the other side. And then same thing, down, look to the right until you feel the stretch. Alright, and you're going to start warming up your shoulders. You're going to cross your arms first. And then throw them up and down. And then you're going to bring them from the side up and down as well. Okay. Now from here, you're going to start warming up your elbows as well. So you're going to put your elbow on your hand and you're going to do circles around like this one. And another way around. And another way around. And then switch to the other arm. Circles. And the other way around. Okay, and then you're going to get your hands together. We're going to warm up our wrists now. We're going to do circles around like this. One way, and then slowly switch it to the other side. We'll go the other way around. Then you're going to move it right and left. And then on this one, you're going to put your forearms together and move it front and back like this. Okay, and then you're going to flatten your hands, push it a little bit this side, and then switch downwards, and push it a little bit more. Okay, now from here, you're going to warm up your back. This is a really important one for the palm spins. Okay, so we're going to twist, side to side. Okay. And then from here, you're going to get your arms down. You're going to twist like this. So while you're twisting side to side, you're kind of bringing your shoulder downwards a little bit like this. Here and here. And then move it side to side, this way. Try to reach your knee or a little bit lower than your knee if you can. And then on the other side as well. Okay, and you're going to warm up your hips as well, pretty quick. Circles around. And the other way around. Okay, and from here, close your feet together, hands on your knees, because you need to warm up your knees as well. Big circles around like this. And other way around. Move it front and back. And that's it. Now last one, but not least, your ankles. You're going to balance on one foot, do circles with the other. And other way around. Then you can move it up and down. Move it side to side. And switch to the other foot. kind of do the same thing. Circles this way, circles the other way, up and down, and side to side. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the session.
Okay, to finish our warm-up, we're going to do a little bit of monkey crawl to get our arms loaded, wrists loaded, and shoulders ready to go for the palm spin. So we're going to spend about 2 minutes doing this in random directions. So add some spins, move forwards, backwards, side to side. Go as much of a sustainable speed as you can. Maybe 2 minutes is too long, but the idea here is we're just going to get ourselves super duper warm. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so now that you're nice and warmed up, we're going to take that same kind of movement and start the palm spins. We start on the floor because there's nowhere to really fall here, and we're going to start on a tiled surface, or as you can see here, I've laid out kind of like a tiled surface but with my tape. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our hands down first. So if I'm turning to my right, I'm going to put my right hand down, and it's going to be to the side. Now I put this down in the center because this is kind of like a spin top. All my spinning is going to happen around this arm here. To make that happen, we need to lock this elbow a little bit more. If it's bent, then as soon as I jump, the elbow is going to bend and I'm going to fall over. So turn this hand, keep this locked, and the next thing I'm going to do is as I place my hand down, jump my feet from this tile into this one. So just like this. I can then do this a couple more times, turn my hand, place my hand down as I jump, turn, place, jump, turn, place, jump. So that is kind of like doing a side monkey bit with my hand kind of glued to this center. And now we're going to skip one tile. So we're going to go from this one into this one. It might mean I need to really turn more. Maybe instead of put my hand here, you put my hand more like here. So here goes. Into that one, turn, place, and into this one. So as you can see now, I'm doing more of like a cartwheel motion. I'm putting more on the hands and less on the feet. And obviously now we move to the next tile. So now we're going 3/4 of the way around into here. And this is where we really need this spin top motion. So place my hand down. And as I go now, I'm probably going to place my hand down a little bit later, because if I place it down now, I'm a bit twisted. So I jump, place it down, and land in here. Almost fell over that one. So we go here again, and here again, and then here again. Don't get too dizzy on this one. It can make you dizzy really, really quickly. Make sure you're taking some breaks to let your wrist go a little bit. The final stage is really, really difficult. I struggle with it a lot as well. So it's getting from here back into here. Essentially, when we do a palm spin, we're going to be going from one space back into the same space. Very, very hard to do on the floor, but let's give it a go. No, not right now. There we go. So give it a go. If you can do it, film it and send it to us. I want to see it.
Great, now we've got spinning at least a little bit, we're going to take this up onto an obstacle with the corner palm spin. So the corner palm spin is already quite a useful move. There are lots of opportunities we can use this en route, so it's just a really good one to get nailed down really quick. Now think of the corner of your obstacle. In this case, we're using a sofa. You could use your bed or maybe a very strong table. Make sure you've had permission before you jump on any of these things. Think of the corner of it as one of the sections of your grid pattern that you've had on the floor, or like a tile on the floor. So it's like jumping, doing that side monkey motion into the first corner. Now, first we need to get the hands right. So we have the first hand comes onto the closest side of the corner. This is our spinning arm again, so we need this to be locked out and strong. The other hand reaches around and frames the other side of the corner. Okay, this is going to be our pulling arm. This is going to help us spin around. Okay, so make sure through the whole movement, your weight, your chest is up and over your arms. So the first step is like we're jumping into that first quarter of our grid. Our feet are jumping up onto the sofa. Okay, so we can practice this now a whole bunch of times, getting more and more comfortable with it, and you'll start to, as you get used to it, to feel that you want to get closer and closer and closer around towards the edge. Once you've got to that point, go for it. See if you can go the whole way over. And this is now like going to the opposite part of our grid. Okay, Now, as the same with the grid, if we want to take this further, we want to get to the point that we're going at least that 3/4 point away around. So imagining that the sofa continues further out. So keep going again. So in order to do this, we need to look our head all the way up over the shoulder. Wherever you look is going to lead your spin, and you tuck yourself up into a nice little ball, again making sure your weight is up and over your arms. Okay, keep practicing this, take plenty of time, rest in between, again don't get too dizzy, and then we'll think about doing the full thing.
Okay, so now we've done it around the corner of a wall, now we're going to do it actually around a wall. So if we imagine that this wall continues, as you can see we put the tape on the floor to mimic that wall. Harry's not going to step beyond this point because he would essentially be in the wall. Exactly, okay. So we're going to start with our hands again, hand in the exact same space, our elbow is locked again, everything's coming around this one hand. His next hand is actually going to come around and meet this hand now. So as he jumps, he's going to go the whole way around and that hand just comes to meet it. Obviously, because we've just been doing the other one, we're probably not going to feel quite confident to go the whole way around just yet. So we can go and land on top and then jump off. So because this one you're kind of landing on there and you're still leaning quite far this way, you're probably going to need something on the floor just in case you do fall. So any cushions you have, a duvet, maybe fold that duvet as well to make sure it's nice and soft, because you do have to kind of lean quite far this way. In fact, when you're actually starting to do the palm spin and really starting to accomplish it, it's going to feel like you're about to fall over. It feels really, really weird until you get the confidence and the knowledge in this position to just go, you know what, it feels fine, I'm going to trust it. Make sure you're practicing each stage before you get to this one.
Okay, let's go over some of the common faults we find with the palm spin. The first one is shifting our weight in the wrong direction. We always want to keep the weight of your body over the spinning arm. If you allow yourself to shift over to one side, it becomes essentially a vault. The next one is not looking over your shoulder. Now, this is a really fine detail but makes the world of difference to your palm spin. Looking over the shoulder is what leads a spin. Whenever you're doing any kind of spin in any move, the first thing you figure out is which way you're going to look. The third common fault is separating the legs on the palm spin. Now, if you can pull this off, this is actually quite a cool move and a variation of the palm spin. But if done unintentionally, it can shift your weight and make you feel a bit insecure in the air. Better to tuck the legs in whilst we're first learning. And the final one, which if you do is going to really make things hard, is if you bend the spinning arm. If the arm is not locked out, chances are you're not going to be able to hold yourself up and you're just going to fall over.
Challenge section.
Okay, so for today's challenge, we're going to be going the whole way back to the beginning of the video and we're going to be doing everything but on the other side. So that means taking it back to the floor tiles, doing your quarter, half, 3/4 and full if you can, and then taking it back up to the sofa and doing everything there again. Now, what I like to do when I'm teaching myself something the other side is do it a few times on one side, slow it down, break it apart a little bit, and literally try and mirror image it over to the other side and see how that feels. Good luck with it. Send us your videos if you can.
So today's game is going to challenge not just your cat pass, but your memory as well. Now you're going to need a tiled or gridded surface here. If you don't have a tiled surface, you can maybe make your own grid using some tape or some rope. Now you're going to need another person to help you out here, and this person is going to set a route through the tiles, turning left or right, maybe start only with 3 to 5 steps. You are then going to need to cat pass your way through, trying to remember the route that they took. Now you can build on this, going on to longer and longer, and see which of you can go on for the longest.
So that's all for today's lesson. If you want to leave us a comment in the section below to tell us what you want to see in future videos, then please do, or you can just say hi.
And don't forget also to head on over to our Instagram, where you can give us a little bit more feedback and send us some videos of what you've been up to. We'd love to see a little bit more of what you're doing. What we've seen so far has been fantastic. You can find us at Parkour DXB or at Parkour DXB_kids. See you soon.
See you next week.